Hello. Yeah, I'm gonna really be trying to focus on mouth rigging today. I think I noticed that I also forgot. Like, I need to redo this because this is just way too much, like, detail. But I think I also... Let me go back to the outside. Oh, that's mildly terrifying. Okay. I noticed that, like, on her head, I forgot to, like, if I turn her mouth off, basically. I turn off, like, literally everything. See how there's, like, a backspace? Technically I can turn it on so that there is, but I usually make her very small.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Just came home. Got a haircut.
Welcome home.
Yep.
So how are you today?
A little bit tired, but I'm okay.
Same.
I
I'm
passed
exhausted.
out right after your stream yesterday, so.
Oh no.
So I'm doing very good today. Slept so much.
That's good to hear. I'm glad
Yourself?
that you got some good sleep.
Hmm? How are you doing?
Could be better.
We all have those days.
Yeah. I slept pretty late.
Do you have anything to do that you
Yeah.
were putting off?
Yeah. So there's a couple things I need to do after stream today, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll cross those bridges when we get to them. So today is mainly going to be mouth rigging. I just realized that there was one thing I forgot to fix last time, so I'm just quickly knocking that out. Shouldn't take that long.
You currently have 2 thinking emojis in your setup. You could probably replace the other one with that one.
Oh, that's true. I'll do that right. I have enough slots to do it. It's just I've been...
Putting off.
It's not even just putting it off. I'm just...
Waiting for the better version to come out, I guess.
Yeah, that was the main thing, but I'll put it in as like proto headpad or something. Give me a sec. Because animated emotes are different. And I need to download the one that has both. I like the one that like flicks back and forth between mouth open and mouth closed. I have a setup that lets me like flick the state. Like there's 2 different ones. There's technically like 3 versions of that. There's one that always has the mouth closed, one that has it always open, and one that flicks back and forth. Hello, Mr. Peru. How are you today? So I'm gonna add the one that does like random flicks back and forth between them for now. Okay, there. Headpad is now added as an emote. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. You can treat this as also like a just chatting stream, so if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask. I'll be paying attention to chat. These are like the best streams if you just like want to ask questions or stuff like that. Aside from the Mabinogi streams, these are like the two best ones, I would say. Thank you, Ronnie. How are you today? It's good to see you again. I shall stretch. I've actually been sitting for a bit before stream started, so this is actually like a good thing even though I just started. It's a good time to stretch. Okay. Hello, Bard Guy. How are you today? Scored a drop. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is a good timing. Oh. I think I made a mistake. Doesn't hurt. I'm gonna try something. I thought about doing that and I didn't realize exactly what I was doing. Understood. I think the easiest way to get this is to just grab this. Gong gong. Glad to see that you're doing well today. Let's just grab this. Oh wait, no. This needs to be on main image. Okay, cool. So then I just take back to this, deselect, turn her head back on. Okay, that looks right. So take this and then merge selected layer. There we go. Perfect. Alright, now we just save. Oh, I have another new transition. Look. Whoosh. Whoosh.
Chaos wishes.
tail fluff. Swishy swish. Thanks to Archilumen for creating that. Let's see. And then same thing for mouth open. This should be 0, 1, and then 1.2. And then after this, I'll go add all the keyframes together. I just want them to be unified at first. Also, I figured out what I was doing wrong last time. You want to clip everything that's in your mouth to your inner mouth. And then you want to, from there, hold on, I realized that this is missing a lip. The reason a lot of people like keep their lip skin attached to their lip instead of separating it like I did, and like the person I used as reference did, is because you need to use your lip skin to cover the rest of your mouth. Like it's a layering thing. So like this. Or see, like I drew her inner mouth like way bigger than her lip skin. I didn't need to draw her inner mouth that big. So in this case, it might actually make more sense for me to, rather than like redrawing that, just to shrink it a bit. Her mouth doesn't need to be like that huge, you know? And then the idea here is that I can stretch out the lip skin to cover the gaps. That's like the actual way to do it. But a lot of it is all like layering. So inner mouth needs to be all the way at the back. And then everything that should overlap should be in the right order. So that was my mistake last time. I have since gained knowledge as to how to do that better. Oh wait, did I? Oh, this is supposed to be 0. I just started. So a lot of this is just simple setup. But like when I was going through it last time, I realized that like the idea is that like since if you animate one keyframe first, you'll have another keyframe closer by that is a bit more representative of what you were actually trying to do. So you may have less permutations to do. But at this point, I'm like not sure that I save that much work dealing with that. Like doing that rather than making sure that I just do all the keyframes first, so. And I've seen people do it both ways, so I know both ways are actually valid. And since my reference uses 36 different mouth forms, it's gonna be a while regardless. So. Cool. Yes, that is correct. 36 different expressions with the mouth. The minimum that you need is like 6, but if you use 6, you can definitely tell the difference between that and like 12, the difference between that, 16, the difference between that and 32, I mean 36. Like it's very obvious each time that you change it. Okay. So the reference that I'm using uses... Oh wait, my notes fell off. Give me a sec. Okay. So X is mouth form. So this one uses... Exactly. So this one is -1, -0.5, -0, +0.5, +1, and then 1.2. Cool. See how like all of them now have the keyframes for that? Maybe one day. That would be fun to do. Like, get merch for Aki. And now we need to work on mouth open, which is the y-axis. The reference I'm using has 0, 0.1, 0.3, 0.6, 1, and 1.2. It's kind of cute seeing her go like, why?
For our amusement, you should put a picture of a fried tofu in front while opening the mouth and then closing it.
Yes. Agreed. I don't know why her lower tooth didn't get the keyframe here. I'll just add it. There we go. Okay, das. Oh, right. So finally, let's just link these. And now we just have a lot of work to do. There is one thing I would like to do first, though, which is inner mouth. Like, I kind of like this size of it, so I'm gonna do... Well, I'll fix it for each individual one, I guess. Okay. So first off, let's do 0 and -1. This is Aki when she is frowning. Oh, one last thing is, last time I went and made an absolute horror show of a mesh. Look at this madness. This is actually like too much, so it'll be like a pain to actually edit easily. Like, it still needs to be detailed, but it doesn't need to be like that kind of like a monstrosity. But redoing this is kind of like part of the learning process. And I like messed around a little bit off stream with it to kind of get a better feel for like what I would like to do. But my objective for today would be getting most of this done. And then that would mean next art stream is like fixing her hair issues. Like, the trick is that you want to vertex at every point that you feel like you might need to pull in, twist, or otherwise augment in some way. It's like all those like super deep details in the middle of her mouth where like, I'm not gonna like twitch little parts like that. Hello, Aria. It's good to see you. I should also switch. I'm gonna make this a little smaller. Twitch chat. Oh, and if you want me to turn on Aki, I can. I usually don't have her, like, her emote up here when I'm working on this, just cause screen real estate and stuff like that. It might be easier if I like use the like frame-based setup. Oh, I misclick. I wonder if I should actually just tablet this. Let's just closed. And then let's just put one through the middle. It is. This is supposed to be just like more atmospheric, relaxing stuff. Auto-connect. See, that's much less of a monstrosity than last time. Oh, frick. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, this is what it was last time. Hello, Jebs. How are you? Good to see you. I'm happy everyone's coming by. Alright, so let's get started. I will show you the reference again, just as this is what I'm following. It's Kozichu's mouth reference, where these are the 36 different expressions. It's like for each frame value, you want to try to match this to what you can, like match your expression to something like that. And I've seen her animation, and I would like to have that degree of animation. I've compared it to a bunch of other people's animation, and it looks really, really good, so. Alright, so here we're gonna want... Yes. That is the idea that many of them will have. Her, like, thing peeking out. I thought it would be, like, really cute to have her like that, so. I just have to decide what I want her frowny face to look like. Let's see. I feel like this needs to be moved over a little bit. Alright, yeah. And then I would move the skin down. Make this a bit bigger. Her lipstick should move down a little bit here. And then her inner mouth can just be small. But I've also clipped her lips to her inner mouth, and I shouldn't. I'm gonna do that. So, a little unhappy, Aki. It doesn't look good right now though, so I gotta figure out how I wanna tweak this a little bit. Let's got the brush, kinda like... Like, even when she's sad, I want her to look a little cute, so... Now I want this part to, like, come up a little bit. Let's move this up and see which one fits a little bit better. Trying to figure out which one I want to do. What if it's a little straighter? What does that look like? What if I also just go with, like... She's just like a very unhappy arch, rather than like a sad kitty. What if I do it like that, and then I need to make it like... Let me move this one away just so I can test it. Nah, I kind of like the sad kitty look a little more. So yeah, as you can see, it's just a matter of figuring out what you actually want it to look like and kind of working on that. I have a feeling that this warp deformer here needs to move a little bit. Like that, basically. Yeah. And then these four can kind of all move in together a little bit. And then if I try to overlap them a little bit. That makes me sad, but it's also kind of cute. I'll have to like move her eyebrows a little bit as well. You make them a little less happy too. But I think that works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unhappy Aki. Ah, she's cute, despite being sad. Okay, so that's 1 of 36 done. So next is neutral. Maybe just like a little softer, like not as kitty, but still happy. There we go. Patch those holes. Yeah, it makes sense as to why, like, it's not happy because I haven't, like, finished animating in between yet. So, like, all of the in-between frames are gonna look really weird. But that is okay for now. What is this little edge here that's poking out? And this is like resting. She's not quite smirking yet, but resting happy about it. It's a little less kitty than before. Okay. Alright. 2 of 3. So this is her. Like this is the. I'm a little less happy than normal, but I'm okay. And then this is I'm actually sad now. This is like, I could be better. Still smiling a little bit, but could be better. And this is gonna be like her new natural, like. My mouth is closed, but this is my natural, like, I'm okay. Life is average. State. So, and I'm thinking that just for now, I want to copy paste her inner mouth. Oh wait, no. Shift Control C. an actual. Let's move this just a little bit. Shift Control C. I want to copy the mesh, not the actual object. Actually, I think I'll copy this one. There we go. And I want to keep it centered behind her actual mouth. Okay, cool. We're making good progress. That's 2 out of 36. And now I want her to be normal kitty's teeth. Isn't this like... Aw, thank you. Give me a sec, I'll fix that. I haven't fixed it for this one, so I will do something nice for you. You get a bigger one today. Head pats are eternal. It's very nice. There we go. Thank you for the head pat. I appreciate it. It's nice to have little things to cheer me up sometimes. Today is kind of eh. Let me cross-reference Aki's original expression. I like how I said, let me cross-reference her original expression, and I changed back to something where she's just like, she has no expression. Okay. Also, do you like the new transition? Swiping my tail across the screen.
Flick, flick.
Swoosh.
Flick, flick, flick.
Huh?
Flick, flick, flick.
Flick, flick, flick. Thanks to Archer Lumen for making that. Let's do even more kitty. And given that her lower lip is the same, with the same meshing and everything, I should be able to shift Control V onto this. Not sure what that got pulled up all of a sudden, but I can fix that easy enough. She looks so derpy. This would be her resting like, life is okay right now. I don't know. Maybe not quite that catty. That should be like her smirk. Like maybe... Like I think this is good and I want to use it, just not for her like resting expression. So what I'm gonna do is Shift Control C. I'm gonna grab everything here. Shift Control C it. And I'm gonna put that 2 expressions up, I think. Yeah, let's do it up here. Yeah. That's more of her, like, I am actively smirking. Like, like, I'm not opening my mouth at all, but I am smirking very much. So I think what we want to do here now is make her a little less smirky here. These are the easiest sticks because like her mouth is entirely closed during these, so it's all about like mouth shape expression. See, it's a little gradual, but you can tell, like, here she's just kind of like, I'm okay, and here she's like, but like if I go all the way up here, she's like, even more, like, okay. But this would be like Aki's resting expression, like, I'm just sitting here with my eyes closed with like a kind of neutral expression. I'm not happy. I'm not, like, necessarily sad either. This is just... life is okay. Okay, so let's go here now. And I still think that for mouth being closed, I can use inner mouth being the small one the entire time. Shift Control C. Go over here. Shift Control D. Oh, it's not quite on the line. There we go. Okay. So I need a nice in-between here. Okay. Painstakingly crafting each expression.
Lou?
copying this one and seeing what this looks like. Her mouth being closed makes it a little easy as well because I can just copy the same expressions from both lines. It's nice, isn't it? Sometimes to just chill out, relax to nice, relaxing things. Since I need to be mindful of like her upper lip and lower lip connectivity, I'm trying to make it so that when her upper lip skin is attached to her upper lip, so I don't have like the skin protruding past a certain point. If I left it attached to her lip, this would have been a little bit easier, but I like being able to do them separately. It's a little bit more control and it'll make editing in the future easier, because I won't have to like mess with her mouth to fix the skin flaps being in the right places and stuff like that. Glad you're having fun with air commerce. Okay. And the 1.0 is like the 0.1 line for mouth open is when you're sitting there with like your mouth slightly ajar, like if you've just been shocked and you're like, I don't really have any words right now, like that expression. I think this is a little lopsided. It's cute being lopsided, but it's not like lopsided in the way that I would like it to be lopsided. I'm glad that you're being supported nicely. That's the best feeling. I think all of those changes were not for the best necessarily. Is this our upper lip or lower lip? This is upper lip. Okay. So upper lip should always be a little bit higher than lower lip. If I can help it. But do I like this expression yet? Not really. After mouth will be hair. And then after hair is moving like head, like around. And then after I have her hair, her eyes, her mouth, it's gonna be like fine-tuning facial expressions and stuff. Like as I move my head, if I like twitch my eyebrows or stuff like that, I'll want to figure out how to do that. And then after that, she might be ready to use for version 1 at least. And then I'll keep working on her, but at that point I think I'll be able to actually use her and we'll figure out where we need to go from there. It's just a little tricky figuring out how much I want her to be smirky here, because it has to be less than this, but more than this. So I'm like trying to figure out a good in between. Let's move this slightly. Congrats! That's good to hear. Dry hair is always a little bit of a struggle, so. I feel like I want to put another rotator like right here. That wasn't centered enough. Okay. Let's see. I don't really like this zone over here. There's like a little point right here I want to grab and drag out a little bit. In my head, in my head, when I'm sleeping, I'm just like, I don't even know. I haven't dreamed in a very, very long time. And yes, this is the bunker music. Let me see. Near Automata. Okay, I think we can leave that there for now, and then come back to it after. When I get like a better feel for like the other in-between frames of everything else. This is supposed to be a super big smile. My mouth is still closed, but it's the biggest I can smile without opening my mouth. Okay. I would say in that case, maybe like this one? I really do like this expression. This is such a good one. I'm thinking, what if we take this as a reference? Oh, okay. I didn't quite copy properly. There. So let's copy this as a reference. And then, what if I just make this an even bigger smile? Let's hide the lower lip for a sec. Nah. Not quite. What if I just make her even more smug? It looks so derpy. That's a no. Alternatively, what if I just make it like an actually just like a really like no more like even wiggly, just like happy, like super big happy smile. Okay, so it did weird things with the vertices there, and like, gotta fix that. Like she just loses the smugness and just becomes overjoyed. Something like that. Need to play with the mesh a little bit more to make sure that I can get this right, but it's like, you see how there's like this extra little like bit of skin that's like not part of her lip there. Like her lips are naturally like slightly smirky, so I'm like distending it quite a bit to get it to look straight. Like you can tell like the original curve is still very much curvy curve. I'm like, how do I... It looks like I need to like pull up that, and then right through here, like maybe pull down a bit? No, pull up. It's interesting because like clearly her mouth isn't made to like move like this, but I want to just try it. Worst case is it ends up looking bad and I like have to redo this. But that's kind of part of the process, you know? Make mistakes, get messy. This side is a little bit better, right? It looks so derpy. I don't think it worked. What if I bring up the middle again just a little bit? It's kind of cute at the same time, but it looks like really... I don't like it, but I think it's cute. It is very uwu. That's a good way to describe. Maybe if I make her smile a little bit smiler. Like, smile a little smaller. So that the little imperfections in it aren't as obvious. It's really this side that I'm having struggles with. It's like what I need to do is like, you see how this line is broken due to the deformations? I like need to get this part right here to line up properly. But I feel like I need like a mesh point like right here. Let me add another point right here. Add another mesh point right here as well. That's starting to look a little bit better. It's not there yet, but... I feel like this is like a really hard expression to make. And I'm not even sure like it's the right expression to make either. If that makes any sense. Like, I want her to look very, very happy here. But it's just like... Where she's just like... I think this is kind of cute in its own way. It's like unhappy, neutral. Live2D is freezing. Okay, where I'm unhappy, neutral, pretty happy. I'm smiling. I'm really smiling. And now I'm just like... I'm smiling so much I can't even like maintain the like smug face anymore. I'm just like very happy. I think it's kind of cute. What do you think?
It's very cute.
Okay. leave it there for now. I kind of want to try the other poses and see where we get. Alright, so this is going to be... Her mouth is very slightly open. So this is where things start to get difficult because now her lower lip and upper lip have to be in different locations. So I would say... And we need to show a little bit of her inner mouth. We're probably not showing tongue yet. This is just like a little, like... My mouth is just barely agape. Yeah, this meshing is good. So... Can I grab all of these and then just bulk move this down a little bit? Yes. Does that look weird? Not really. Okay, cool. Now we fix the mesh. Oh wait, no. I want it to go here and fix this mesh. Time flies when you're somewhat having fun. Rich, do you remember this music? Rich, you should recognize this one. Actually, maybe you won't. Tachi might.
Listening. I want to say the Tales, but I'm pretty sure it's probably when I wasn't watching.
Technically, yes. This is a song that takes place in Vesperia, but it's like a reimagining of a song that was in Symphonia.
I have not played Vesperia, and I have not seen Symphonia.
So, in a way, Rich, you're half right. This is actually taken from Vesperia, but it's like a mix of a couple... It's like a remix of a couple of tracks that you can hear the inspiration for in Symphonia. In my opinion, at least. That might not be factually accurate, but... Up you go. Okay. Okay, so go back to my reference. To me, it reminds me of a mix of like the music that you play when you're in like the forests, as well as like Triet desert town music. Like it's kind of like a mix of both of those. Like Ymir Forest if you remixed it with like Triet. And then updated the instruments a bit. Okay, so this one, her upper mouth should be like an arch upwards. It'll be up a little bit. Why? Well, it brought up Suikoden 3 from our discussion just now. Not like you need a reason to play that though, I guess. Isn't that one of the games you like a lot? I remember you used to wax eloquently on about it. Have you ever played Ohokami, by the way? So I think I'm finding a limitation that I ran into. I might need to go back and fix the art now that I'm looking at this. See how like there's like these little edges right here that aren't like clean. Like that's her tooth. I can just hide that a little bit. I'll move it over a little bit. Like hot. But you can see how like it's got like this little part at the bottom. I originally cut that intentionally, but I think it's actually like hindering me rather than helping at this point. So yeah, like see it's part of the mesh. So what I'll do is I will save this thus far and just swoosh back on over to Paint Studio. Turn off everything. Except her upper lip. We are gonna clean this very much. I originally left a little bit so that it would mesh well with the skin, but I now realize I could just, you know, leave this, like, put the skin behind it and mesh them together that way. So, we're gonna clean. And thankfully, since I kept, like, pretty much all of the layer names the same and stuff, I don't have to redo everything. I can just re-import the cleaned output. I may have to remesh it, but I think it'll help a lot to just have it be cleaner. What is PSSX2?
PlayStation 2 emulator.
Okay. I bought Okami on Steam. I want to play it, but I like haven't had time. I played through it like 6 times when I was young. It is a long game, so I think in terms of games I've replayed the most, first is probably Tales of Symphonia, and then second is Okami. Actually, no, Okami is first, and then Tales of Symphonia is like right behind it.
Thinking back, I don't think I've ever actually replayed a game.
It also depends on the game of like the genre of game that it is. Because if it's like something that doesn't have good replay value, then I can see why you wouldn't. But
Even if it had good replay value, I don't think I've ever actually replayed a game for the sake of replaying it.
interesting. Yes, that is correct. It's one of my favorite games. Thank you for the head pat. That's nice.
I think when I was younger, I played the single player story games, and
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the first impressions. And I think I've tried replaying a game one time, but it's like I already knew what I was expecting, and it's like, oh, feeling wasn't the same.
In those cases, like that might mean that it doesn't have as much replay value. Like if you play through it again and it's like, oh, there's nothing new to experience, like it's just like maybe I didn't do a couple side quests.
Oh no, it's nothing like that. More like when I do play single player games, most of the time I would try to do most of everything, and it's like I just can't bring myself to play it all over again just to do the content I missed.
I see. I see what you're getting at now. For me, it depends on the type of game, because if it's like a Tales game, there can be entire areas and side quests that you missed.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like, yeah, I know the main things, but what I'll usually do is, and I recommend this if you want to play as well, um, if you want to seriously like complete a Tales game, don't use a guide the first time through. Just play it, have fun with it, um, get through the game, do New Game Plus, and then use a guide on your next playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, like, you're a Tales veteran and there are a couple of things that you want to check on because, like, for example, in Vesperia, if you want to use the fell... Oop, my controller is bugging out. Let me unplug it. For example, in Vesperia, if you want to use the fell arms, I will keep this relatively spoiler-free, but you cannot unlock their true power until you beat the game once. Like, they're designed that way. They are useless until you beat the game once. With all of them. In your inventory at the time you beat the final boss. And so if you want to do like a replay with those, you would need to make sure that you got them all the first time through.
Actually, I think I lied. I did replay one game, but there was a reason for it.
Which one?
I had a Japanese version of Pokemon Gold. I played through that. I did not understand a single thing in it except I was just playing it. So when I got the actual English version, I played through that.
Oh, that would make sense. I used to be such a huge Pokemon fan. I miss those days.
Mm-hmm.
I fell off around Sun and Moon. And then when I heard, like, they were dumping half the decks for the games out. Like, I never even got to, like, the first gym in Sun and Moon. To be fair, I also kind of ruined it for myself by, like, resetting over and over and over again on, like, getting my starter until I got a starter that had the right nature and the right gender.
I think I fell off after Sapphire Emerald.
Emerald was... To this day, Emerald has not been matched in terms of post-game content. Battle Frontier was a stroke of genius. I missed the Battle Frontier. And you, I think you're right on that. Black and White were pretty good, but they weren't as good as Emerald when it comes to post-game. I cannot speak to Black and White 2, I never played them.
Emerald was for the Game Boy Advance, right?
Correct.
What was the next game after Emerald?
X and Y.
And what console was that for?
DS.
That is why I fell off. I didn't want to buy a DS.
Fair enough. I played, of any Pokemon game in general, I would say I played... I'm not sure if I played Crystal the most or if I played Emerald the most. It's a toss-up between the two. I got Crystal, like, basically the day it came out, and played that until the day Sapphire came out. Like, I want to keep cleaning this. Like, you see the corners where it's like, it looks like there's skin still attached? That's what I'm getting rid of. And then repainting with, like, more of the lip color. I didn't clean this properly the first time, and it started showing up when I was rigging. But this is what I was talking about, where it's like, you have to be willing to go back and forth. Like, or just do everything super properly the first time so that you don't have to. And in my case, it's not like I didn't want to, I'm just not good enough to, like, notice stuff like this the first time through.
Have you ever played Mario and the Seven Stars?
I am very familiar with it, but I've never personally played it. But I'm very familiar with it.
I was hoping that was on the Switch's market thingy, but it wasn't. I was like, oh, this is one of the games that I remember being very fun, and I forgot most of the storyline, so I might have been able to go back and play it, but it wasn't there.
It's unfortunate. I'm afraid I lost, like, a lot of the pencil detail in, like, repainting this stuff. So it may look entirely different now. Like, we can actually just compare the two. But, like, look at what it looks like now and what it looked like before. So before and after. So I think I did a relatively good job cleaning. Let's turn the rest of her face back on and see if it looks different. it still looks fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in that case, what I'm gonna do is make a copy of upper lip, duplicate layer, rename it to lower lip. The interesting though is that like if I like look at the original lower lip, you can kind of see how like there's this little pencil edging around the edges of it. Like right here, right? Like I kind of like that art style a lot. It's really nice. But I'm not sure how to use like to keep that without like it being really problematic. Because of like when I move it around her face, like the edges here kind of like show up like that. Which one do you like more? This style?
You'd have to zoom out to like the point where,
You can see like the rest of her face?
yeah,
This style? Or this style? This? Or that?
the repainting makes it look a little bit more sharper, but I think for the most part, when we're seeing it this far out,
Mm-hmm.
very, very hardly noticeable to most people.
Okay. Hi, Loveless. Thank you for head pat again. Ah, I was feeling kind of down, so this is helping a lot.
More, give her more.
That's good now. Feels sad deleting the original. It actually makes me feel sad. Okay. Okay. There, saved. Let's floof on over.
Swish, swish.
Okay. Oh, cool. It merged like directly without any issues. I just re-imported the art mesh. But see now, like this part, like see how the part of skin that was like protruding into her mouth is now part of the lower lip skin, but it's not part of the art itself? Like before it was part of the art, so I couldn't like cleanly illustrate her lower lip, but now I can. Oh, oh, laggy. No, that's... Is this still her lower lip? Yes, it is. Okay, good. maybe I need to move both these. Maybe I need to move her tongue down a little bit. Yes? That is an interesting question. Any Gen 2 Pokemon? Any Gen 2 Pokemon. I'm trying to remember. Give me a sec. I need to remember what. Like, is that including Gen 1 or just any specifically from Gen 2? I'll assume specifically Gen 2 for now. I would say... I'm thinking... For some reason, like, I'm thinking either... like, maybe Crobat or Houndour. I could see Espeon too. Maybe even Ariados, but I think the first two that I said. I will type that out. I was saying... I hadn't said Espeon, I said Umbreon. I don't think the pink would, like, go well with her outfit. This edge is, like, super puffy. So did I. Can I clip this to upper lip? Let me check. No, that works. That's inverted. Invert that. There we go. But now that like goes through her lip. If I unclip this, I think that fixes it. Yeah, it does. Okay. But now it means I have to like fix the mesh myself. Looking at the guide, I'm like comparing this. The bottom needs to like curve a little more. How does non-linear gymming work? Is it just that you can do any gym in any order? Or that the random trainer who's like at the entrance might actually be the gym leader? But like my question would be like, how would you get to the gym? I think that would be a problem. Do I want to like show the edge of her fang here? I feel like this is too thick of a line. Maybe if I decrease the thickness a little bit. This should be like a very gentle slope that is essentially uniform. This pathophone needs to move over a little bit. We can add one more here.
Current music sounds very Kingdom Heartish.
This one?
Yeah.
This is definitely Zelda.
I haven't played that either.
This is Twilight Princess. Pretty sure. checked it as Twilight Princess.
Mm. Which console was that for?
GameCube and Wii. There were 2 versions. I played it on the Wii. This is Celeste. That's way cooler. Is the champion appropriately tough as well? Like, full, well-balanced team, excellent moves, full IVs, EVs. Or, well, optimal IVs, EVs. Not necessarily full IVs. I.e. a Blaziken doesn't necessarily need a high special IV. Special attack IV. Played enough to Celeste to know where this is going. So an interesting thing is... Can I make, like, my lip as thin as possible for these? So what, is it like you... If you go there with 8 badges, you're like, oh, you have 8 badges? Okay, you're here for the regional championship. So then they play you with strength appropriate for the region. And then if you come back, you're like, oh, okay, you're here for, like, the national championship. And then if you've beaten silver and come back, you're like, oh, you're here for, like, the world championship. And if you beat the other banners back, they're like, ah, you're here for the grandmaster examination. Or rather, reverse those last 2. Shadow Lugia was fun to use. I think XD did a good job of making it so that, you had to really... Like, there were actual advantages to not purifying a shadow Pokemon as quickly as possible. I feel like the lines are still too thick. She looks so derp, like, huh? This is non-uniform. It should be also like another concave path that is uniformly decreasing then uniformly increasing. That's neat. I guess with like EV training, like hyper training, if they added that in, you would just fix it later, right? Like, if they added chaining, then they probably added hyper training. This little edge right here doesn't feel quite right. I'm wondering if I might actually have to like draw a separate lower lip that's like more of a straight line. Just looks so derpy like this. What if I hide her tooth? Does that look just like, ugh? No, I think her tooth should stick out a little bit. So the question is, now does it stick out here? Here. I see what I did wrong down here. I didn't mesh this to her lip, I just overextended it. So it looks kind of weird when transitioning in between. That's perfectly fine. I can just fix it like this. Really? That's really cool. But now you see where I was like, today is gonna be like a lot of rigging. But at least I'm actually at the point where I'm like able to mostly focus on rigging and just like fixing mistakes in between. Oh, I see this vertex is out of place. And this should be like this. There we go. Okay, that looks better. I don't really like this expression, but I think I want to move on and do other expressions and see how like it ends up working out first. And I'll come back and improve them, obviously. So we've only gotten through 6 out of the 36. Technically 7, but okay. Oh wow, that's pretty neat. More customization options is always good. Okay, so this one is the like O sound. So this one is two essentially monotonically increasing curves. No. It should be monotonically increasing and then decreasing on the other side. I'm gonna make my lip lines very thin. Wow, that's very progressive. How nice. That's good to see. You can't make an emergency stop you yet? Like emergency on, off boarding? I've heard that if you do crash, you just lose everything. Kinda hard to see. This is too wide. It needs to be more narrow. Oh, whoops. Wait, did I mess up in this side too? Okay, no, I just messed up over here, thank goodness. Okay, this is her lower lip. Upper lip goes up here. Thank you for the head pat. I'm trying pretty hard and failing a little, so additional motivation is always very lovely. Let's make this very small. And this is her upper lip, so I need to flip this vertically. Wait, did I mess something up? Okay, yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, vertical reflection reflects everything so far, so.
Failure! Failure! You're still a failure! Failure!
Thank yous. It's appreciated. Meanwhile, I'm being lambasted for being a failure. What else is new?
10 stars!
I have to fix this.
Good job!
Aw, thank yous. I messed up a bit. Like I flipped it too hard, so now like all of my vertices are out of place. I gotta figure out how to fix them. Oh, this is really bad. Let's just go undo. Okay, so upper lip. Let's see. This goes down. And then these all go up, but I have to kind of like move them in turn so that they don't get super bent out of shape. And then I have to compress this a lot. Okay, so then if I compress, I don't want to diagonally, I want to just vertically compress this. Good grief, 600 Dora, just barely. Okay, so now we can start warming this up. Kind of getting a feel. Oh, that's awful. I think this looks a bit closer to the guide. For reference, I'm doing... How do I, like, zoom in on this? Can I... Hold on. I'm doing the one that's, like... Hold on. Wait, why is there, like, a gap now? That wasn't there before. Oh, that's odd. If your brain is gelatin, then that's not necessarily a bad thing. Gelatin can be delicious. Even if it means your brain is deforming. Like mine is right now. So, I kind of want to go with this for now. Which means that... Cancel. This now needs to pull down to mesh around this line. This also comes down a little bit. Hey, if your brain is gelatin, it is what it is. You think with the tools you have, right? Thank you, Rich. Let me get up. I've been sitting there for like a while.
And remember, hydrate or die. It's better to stretch this part out less and just move it down. I can stretch the top out with no... Well, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to move this part up. And then... Oh, autosave. Surprised Aki.
Get you, Aki.
Hmm? Now the question is, do I want her tooth to show a little bit? Like this, like... That's kind of cute. But I don't think you're supposed to see as much of her tongue right now. Good. I need to zoom out of the guide. Just a little tiny thing. See, just a little bit. Ah. Okay, no. We can work on like refining the curve for this a little bit. Ah. Like, see how this like has this weird juncture here? I'm wondering what if I get rid of the vertices that are like right there. And then recreate the mesh just like that instead. And that way there isn't like this super jarring, like super pointy part. But like, what is this like super sharp part right here? Okay, so that's not part of the lip. What is that then? Upper lip skin? Okay.
GVG in 1 hour.
Thank you. I realized the mesh is a little different now because I cleaned it, so there are spaces out here that that are connected that don't necessarily like exist anymore. So I need to clean my meshes up a little bit. I see how like they stretched everything like way out further than it needed to be. Yeah, I think that's what I forgot to do and why I'm having a little bit of trouble. And now copy my mesh edits over to the lower lip as well, that should help. Oh, there's a weird link here. No, 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 no. I just want to take out this one link. Actually, I can take out that vertex too. This triangle being so big. There's a couple of really big triangles right here. Okay. I redid my mouth mesh. So now let's grab this new mesh. Go down to the lower lip. And copy the new mesh. I can't tell what it did. I don't think that worked as I wanted it to. So Control C. Wait, no. I have to grab the entire thing first. Control C. Lower lip. Pencil. Lower lip. And you'll edit Control V. There. Wait, that looks like it just put all of them there. Like overlapped. Let's delete this. Oh, we can just erase the whole thing. And then Control V. There we go. Okay. Yes. That should be a little bit cleaner to work with now. Yeah, this looks like it's meshing better now. Yeah, so then I can do... I want to like do the thing where you can like just paint. Like there's a brush thingy that I don't know how you do it, where it's like oh, this is what I was looking for this whole time, by the way. Okay. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Okay, good. Yay. You kind of paint these vertices. Then drag them all in at once. I kept thinking it was this one for some reason. Even though I studied it, I knew it wasn't. I should have recognized that sooner. And I want to paint all along the top here. And then move all these in kind of like at once. Oh no. Yeah, like that. Make the line a little bit less. Like you see how it's like still like very painty like here. Like it's really big. I'm trying to like keep the lines a little thinner for these expressions. Oh wait, that like twisted a couple vertices together. That's no good. music feature. Thank you. That was nice. Thank you for the additional head pats. Feels kind of nice. I'm getting kind of sleepy. This is pretty relaxing, honestly. I'm having trouble grabbing that one point. In that case, can I do this? No. What if I make this even smaller? And I just grab this one point. Dang it! Alright, I have an idea. I can do this. Drag this up like that. And then oh no, go back. Why is it like yanking it randomly like that? And I can just drag this one down afterward. And then for her skin, I can just pull this inward a little bit. Yeah, that looks a lot better, I think. I wasn't happy with the lines before. Like, it's still not great, but it's starting to look better. Good enough for a version 1, I would say. But this one, I wanna copy her upper lip and paste it onto lower lip. Though now that I've refreshed my vertices, I can maybe even like straighten this out. So where's the vertex for this one coming from? Interesting. Oh, that's the other lip. I see. So if I hide her lower lip, she looks kind of like this side looks fine, but I can pull in some of these meshes now and make her smile a little more refined. What is your ... for? Congratulations, you can lower defense. It's just that you don't have any attacks to use to defense to hit with the... Oh wait, is that lowering attack? Lear lowers defense, if I recall correctly, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, congrats! We gave you a special move, and a move that lowers defense. Isn't this the most useful move for your skill set? Like, even Growl would be better. Growl isn't actually that bad anyway. I feel like stat raising and lowering moves are undervalued in like the general populace's opinion of like, Pokemon moves.
I remember as a kid, I would just drop every single stat changing move for more offense. I was like, more attack, more attack, more attack. What is the... I can just hit them for harder.
Exactly. Oh no, okay, so Crystal Clear is like, don't look at us. This is what Game Freak literally set up as a Houndour's level 1 moveset. Got a problem? Take it up with the people over there. Like, I hate how it doesn't join properly right here. And right here as well. What if I add a mesh point right here and another mesh point right here? Auto connect and then remove the binding. No, go away. And then remove the binding between this mesh. And remove the binding between this mesh and this mesh. And then add binding for this one and this one. Oh, it doesn't want to mesh these two. Why? Oh, is it because that will cross another meshes line? I see. So in that case, can I try destroying this line? Destroying this line. And then remeshing it like this. It still wants to keep that connected even though there's no actual mesh line between them. That's interesting. Like, if I get them to line up, it, like, messes up the rest of the meshes, though. Which is no fun. But what if I had just destroyed these two mesh connections? Oh, no. Now that it's been distended. Okay, so I do this. What if I then destroy your two connections? So that when I move this, like, nope, it's still, like, inadvertently, like, does that. Interesting. Okay, so I don't need to destroy my meshes, but I can potentially just do... Can I get it very close without causing a distortion? I think that's kind of okay. Okay. trying to like get it to be uncompressed instead of like all zigzaggy like that. Or like, I'm starting to get better at seeing behind the mesh at the changes that I'm inflicting upon it with the deformations, but it's still like pretty difficult. But I think I'm starting to get better at it. Right here, though. Okay, so I need to move this forward. This needs to be moved back a bit. And move the whole thing. I'm getting better at this, I think. Like I think I'll get faster as I like continue improving, but there's some pieces in here that I'm legitimately just like not sure how to fix. Like right here, like this entire area. Feels like the only way to fix it is to like drag this inward and kind of like compress it. Wait, is this mesh like offside? Oh, it's not. Okay. If I drag the entire mesh inward and kind of like focus it around this point and then bring this curve inward so it distends it a little bit less. Then move this down, recenter this one a little bit, drag this in. It looks a little less bad. And if I compress this back in, that should get rid of like a lot of the weird like super jagged expansions. Won't necessarily create a uniform curve like I wanted it to, but I can get closer by distending some of these points here. It's a little bit better. This part right here is still like a hard mess though. I think if I compress... Which side do you think looks better? Like, this side? Like, see how it's still kind of puffy at the edge there? Or this side where it's like a lot more narrow? I don't know if you can tell. Like, there's two different styles on each side because I was working on fixing one side without touching the other. So I can make the left side match the right, or make the right side match the left.
Back to Puffy.
Hmm?
Go back to Puffy.
This is Puffy. Right here.
I think Puffy works a little bit better.
And then here's non-Puffy.
I want to say Puffy, so it just gives the lips a little bit more volume.
Okay. So in order to do that, I need to... I wonder if this will work. We'll see. If I do like this, grab it, and then Alt, and then Alt, drag this out a little bit. It made it bigger, but it didn't make it puffy. Yeah, the actual like distance between vertices did not. On the bright side though, doing that did, let's see. I think it makes it a little bit nicer. Okay. I think to make a puffy I would need to, let's not brush that big. Let's to brush like this. I'm gonna brush down this. Grab this. Move it out just a little bit. And then same thing on the other side. Brush down this side. And expand this out just a little bit. Okay. I'm almost done myself as well. For similar reasons. I think this is a little better than it was before. It's a little lopsided still, but I think that's like kind of cute in its own way. Thank yous for the head pat. I hope that you will have a wonderful day. I won't be done for a little bit longer, but because I realized that like okay, this is probably her lower lip is where. Where'd it go? Where's her lower lip? Oh, duh, it's just invisible, that's all. Okay, that's actually pretty cute. Puppies. Okay. I would like to get we can... I think this is a good point to stop at for now. We are 8 out of 36 done, so it's gonna be a minute. Hopefully I will have... I might not even do like another off-stream, like not off-stream, but like unscheduled. Okay. Still though, it's kind of cute seeing her go like, oh. Wow. Surprised, Aki. Okay. We're getting somewhere finally. At least the bottom row is done. We have many places to go before we can rest. But we have made progress, and that's the important thing. Hopefully next time we'll get even more progress. Now that I've kind of gotten the hang of how this is, clean up our lips a little bit more, kind of got a feel for how this should go, I'm hoping that next time will be a little bit better. It's a learning process, so stick with me. Alright, that said, I'm gonna go ahead and end for now. Hopefully you'll have a wonderful night. You can go ahead, chill out, everyone. Thank you, I think so too. I'm really happy with how that went. Alright, well, with that said, bye-bye, everyone. I hope to see you in the next stream. I'm gonna do my best from now on as well, so I think next time we'll continue working on this. We're getting progress. Doing what I can. Alright, see you everyone, take care, and farewell for now. Oh wait, I wanted to also show this picture I was working on. I'm still working on it though, but neat little picture. Bye bye.